Great awakening, life lords, and grand rising to those who have not yet awoken. To know that the closer you are to the earth, no matter where you are on the earth, the more you'll be directed to naturally migrate and actually be put through certain situations that will help you get to the end destination, which is your natural environment. See, every animal on this plane has a natural environment. And when they go outside of that natural environment for a certain amount of time, and then the seasons change, they must return back to their natural environment. Now, birds, when it's warm, well, lots of birds anyways, when it's warm, you see them all of the time. But then when it starts getting closer to fall and winter is when you start seeing them fly away in flocks, big flocks, all moving the same way, all in one accord, all having one mind, all knowing what to do based on the change of environment. See, epigenetically, we know that we're supposed to be moving because we go on vacations. We get ready for seasonal changes. We start stocking up on different types of clothes, footwear, scarves, blankets, getting heaters, getting air conditioning installed into your home. And if you don't have, air conditioning and stuff like that, you will get like a heater or some type of lamp or candles, something that warms you up when it starts getting cold. But we don't move. And why is that? Because humans being so conscious, that we have tricked ourselves into believing our own illusions, believing that we are supposed to stand still, that we're supposed to stay in one environment for a certain amount of time without going back. Epigenetically, subconsciously, we have taught ourselves this over repeated generations, and now it has been embedded into our genes, and it's keep being spread through our genitals. But people think they're geniuses. People think they're geniuses. When they got fucked up genes, messed up genes. They got messed up genes. Staying in one environment for your whole life. Only one specific part of the earth. When scientifically we know that all humans, no matter what specific quote-unquote ethnicity or race you say you're from, you say you're of, we know that all humans came from a specific part of the earth. All humans. Every single one. We all come from a specific part of the earth that is imbued with life, that is subdued by the sunlight, an abundance of fruits, herbs, and healing herbs, healing vegetables, all different types of healing organisms, healing bacteria, healing streams of water, pure spring water, healing streams of amoeba, healing streams of fish, even healing insects and bugs, critters. Even the animals used to heal each other, used to heal, and to this day still some do. But many more. Many of these species of animals have now changed their function due to epigenetic reasons, epigenal reasons, because the environment has changed. The whole environment of the earth has changed because a single being on the planet called the human being, the sentient, upright walking being of hue, an absorber of many hues and redirector of hues and refractions of light, chose to leave its natural environment, and ended up getting stuck in other environments that are not innately natural to that being. These species, like parasites, all different types of insects that many don't like, mosquitoes, ticks. Many don't like bumblebees, wasps, ants, flies, beetles, many animals, these species, all of these animals, tigers, the quote-unquote meat eaters, lions, bears, hyena, wolves, all of these different so-called carnivores and omnivores. They existed a while ago. They existed a time ago. There was a time where they existed, but they had a different purpose. They did not eat. They did not eat meat. They did not eat each other. They did not run around and slaughter one another for food. They didn't have to. But you see, human beings are the most conscious animal. They are the most conscious animal on this planet. Many say that the dolphins are, but I mean the ones walking the planet, walking on the surface. We are the most conscious. But what have we done with that consciousness? We have put ourselves in a game of forgetting and remembering. And in that process, us being so conscious and bending space-time, four-dimensional space-time curvature with our minds, creating a different environment on the earth for the rest of the animals and changing their genes while we change ours. All of the sacred texts say that ye are gods. Ye are gods. Your own texts tell you that ye are gods. But you wish to stay in the parts of yourself, the parts of the earth that are farther away from your true self, that makes you God. The part of the earth that does not get as much sunlight or abundance of that subduing energy of light to activate all of your true genes, to activate all of your innate qualities as a human being. A HUE, H-U-E, man, which means mind. You are literally the mind being projected. You are literally your own mind being projected as a specific angle through a prism of consciousness or thought. Big ups. To shoot your mind, project your mind through that prism of consciousness and formulated thoughts to create a physical being using that hue. You are literally completely white light projecting itself from darkness through a prism of thoughts, creating physical reality. That light splitting itself up and creating different shades of color and hue. The HUE-MAN is nothing more than the expression of infinity. The HUE-MAN is nothing more than the mind replicating itself through different hues. HUE-MAN. HUE-mind. See, we've broken off into these different pieces, these different shades, these different compilations of genes. And forgetting the other pieces or the other shades or compilations of genes of ourselves in that process, cutting off specific genes within our compilations. Forgetting that we are the sun. We are the cosmos. We are the all that is. We are the good of all that is. We are God walking the earth. And through us forgetting our genes, which is information. Through us forgetting our genes, which is information. Through us unswitching. Through us switching off those genes, which is information, we innately forget that information. And through our gene natals, we pass down broken information. But see, now we're at a time to where we can reconnect with the earth. Now we're conscious. See, these devices, the lower self system has to work against itself. Because the higher self system can only work for itself. And since they both exist at the same time, according to the law of polarity, and as above, so below, through the law of correspondence, we all have our hands on these devices. And this information is being spread. And these genetic codes are being unlocked within people, within the lower self, so that they can attach themselves, attach their consciousness, their thoughts to something higher than the situation that they're in, by connecting to their innate original quality of human being, of being the mind of many colors and shades, all rolled into one. No matter where you are on this plane of existence, as long as you have the ground, and as long as you have the sky, you can be able to connect with your innate, natural human being instinct, so that you can regain and switch on those genes of forgotten information. And automatically, without you don't even have to be conscious of it. Fully, at least. That is why it's called a conscious mind and a subconscious mind. Because what happens in the subconscious mind, because what happens in the subconscious mind doesn't have to be fully conscious for it to happen. You don't have to be fully aware of it to happen, for it to happen. You don't have to be fully aware of something for it to happen, but it can happen. You can connect with the earth and the sky. And when the sun your true self that is being through the sun sees that you wish to connect back to your true self, connect back to that state of the all that is, the good of all that is, that original human being that manipulates matter with the mind, because all matter is a product of the mind and thoughts being manipulated by it to create energy, which then densifies and forms matter. That being your real self, your true self, will see that light, because everything that you're doing is light, and light is nothing more than information. Everything here is light. All of your genes is light. Energy. Different forms of light. There is visible light and there is unseen light. And all light in the cosmos is connected. Everything is one. And when that higher version of you, that you can call your future self, sees that, the best version, the best future self of possible timelines that you can become, sees that, then it will come for you. And everything in your reality will have to be orchestrated for you to connect back to that original self. You see the trees, these trees, each root of a tree Each root of a tree is embedded in the soil. The root of a tree is literally Wi-Fi, natural Wi-Fi. The root of a plant or an herb, the roots of these plants and herbs, all different types of plants, crystals, or crystals that they take out of the ground that should be where they are. The reason people say that they feel so many things and when they touch them is because they're living Wi-Fi. Anything from the earth emits an electromagnetic vibration, what people call the aura or the biofield, according to scientific study, modern scientific study. And the closer you are to that Wi-Fi, the closer you are, the closer you are to that root, closer you are to that root, the better the connection. The closer you are to nature, the closer you are to the earth, the closer you are to the ground, the better the connection. All of the internet, all of these cellular devices, all of computers, all of Wi-Fi modems, it's all built off how nature originally works. Nature is just the higher self, and this technology is a lower form of it in order for us to reach back like a pendulum swinging or a slingshot pulling back. So when we get that full amount of pressure put on us from pulling back that slingshot, we can let it go. We can let it go and fly straight back into the higher self. I'm not saying it's not going to take any effort, because faith without works is dead. But what I'm saying is, do your best to connect back to the soil, get closer to the earth. Get your tent, sleep on the ground. Sleep closer to the earth. Sleep closer to the ground. I don't care what season it is. If you have to get blankets, get some. But do not hinder your pores from taking in the information that the all wishes to give you. Do not wear too many clothes. If you are eating correctly, then your body will adapt. Just like everything else must adapt to its environment. Connect with the roots of the earth, your Wi-Fi, to get a better connection, a clearer connection, when there is not much sunlight out due to the environment of winter seasons and fall seasons, these colder climates of the earth that are farther away from the sun, that hinders us from unlocking the God genes. Through us connecting back to nature, through us connecting back through the Wi-Fi, through the natural Wi-Fi, the organic Wi-Fi, through us connecting back through the organic Wi-Fi and lying near the ground and taking in that ionic energy, those negative ions that the earth emits through its own aura field, through its own biofield, the electromagnetic waves that it sends out. Us connecting to these trees, talking with the trees, as if we are talking with ourselves in our own mind, because everything is your mind. Us connecting back to that state will take us back to our natural environment, and on the way, we shall be met with challenges that will only make us stronger. Do not lose faith. And only upgrade our abilities, those challenges that we face, and overcome. Only show you that you are overcoming being. Only showing you that you are a Christ. Only showing you that you are a Savior. And in order to save humanity, you must save yourself first. So it starts with you. When you begin to eat better, sleep better, more naturally, sleep more naturally, think more naturally, then you will start to attract other people that think like you. You will attract people on your journey. You will attract people that are specifically made for that specific part of your journey, just to get through it, just to take you from one place to the next. Do not give up. Do not attach yourself to anything. Let everything flow and let the universe reveal. Let your higher self, your future self, your best version of your future selves, all of your timelines through four-dimensional space-time curvature, let it reveal to you the end result. See it in your mind, but do not attach yourself to the path. Do not attach yourself to the obstacles on the path. Do not attach yourself to the wants and desires, lower desires and lower wants on the path. Do not attach yourself to anyone that is not a direct reflection of you, a direct reflection of the end result of your higher self, of you becoming and being in your higher self, fully in your natural environment. Then you will get through every illusion and every obstacle, and you will overcome everything. Closer, closer, closer. Get closer to the earth. Get closer to the earth. No matter what climate you're in, no matter what environment you're in, get closer to the earth and have a great relationship with the earth. And that will help you to get to your natural environment. And once getting to that natural environment, once you have placed yourself, once you have unlocked those genes, in fact, not even when you get there, as you are unlocking those genes, you will meet animals whose genes are changing because of the human mind, because of the human being. Because man means mind. Because of the human being the mind, creating these different hues to experience different genes. Being so conscious and changing its environment back to its original state, all of these animals, plants, insects, and microorganisms will begin to adapt to your environment. You are the animal and the plant synced together and amplified 100 times more than what they are. Which is why we're so conscious. Which is why we can even take from nature and create devices like this, and no other animal or plant has ever done it. Because we can break down our right brain thinking, our abstract thinking, into logical thought, even if it is a detriment for us, and attach it back to our higher self. We have always been the gods, and we will always be the gods. We just must remember right now. We're in a state of forgetfulness, and we must remember and retain this information constantly. We must subconsciously program ourselves by sleeping near the earth, eating from the earth, breathing the earth's air, thinking. And by thinking, I mean, every time you breathe, think of a positive thought or something beneficial for you, because those vibrations change the frequency of how the atomic structure of every atom, how the atomic structure of every compound around you attracts to you and reacts with your body and reciprocates its energy with your body. Everything is sacred energy exchange. So when you start seeing everything as sacred and speaking kindness into it, because words create everything. But there is no word without thought. So you must think positive thoughts and speak. You must let it flow in the order of divine order of how things come into existence. Speak to your water when you drink it. There's been scientific tests that already proves that when you speak kindly to your water, or when you speak more kindly to plants, the structure of the water changes to a more beautiful atomic structure, subatomic structure. And when talking to plants, as the plant grows, when you talk to them more kindly and you give them more love and attention and care, then they grow more beautiful, with leaves standing up higher. It is the same way with animals and the same way with humans and everything in its existence with air. So no matter what environment you're in, take these gifts, unlock these genes within you, and you will change reality itself. No doubt. No doubt we change this reality just by thinking. Just by thinking, we can change this whole reality. I am Jamashak, and I am here to live out and teach higher wisdom as an example for the collective consciousness, which is just a reflection of myself. And I prophesy right now. I prophesy that we will connect back. We are connecting back to the earth, connecting to the organic Wi-Fi that gives us more information to activate our genes, our original innate gene codes, for us to migrate back to our environment and let nothing stand in the way concretely that will stop us from getting to our natural environment and becoming the gods, or being the gods that we are, being the true human being the mind of many shades, but staying in balance, in a one accord, activating the forgotten genes of all species and all life within the cosmos, becoming one in the mind, creating divine unity, and establishing the zero once more, consciously. Heaven on earth is here. I am the Messiah, Jamashak, which means God the Savior. And I wish for you all to take in this information, share it, delve deeply into my archive, and subconsciously program yourself to remain in tune with the all that is, and program the whole collective consciousness to create this reality of unforeseen bliss, no matter what your astrological energy is. I love myself. Share and subscribe. Peace.